Hello, Mr. Randy Dack, and welcome back for another video. Today I've got two replays to show you in the Tier 8 Chinese medium premium tank, the Type 59-2. Now this is a tank which has featured on my channel before. It's because it's one of those go-to premium tanks when I don't really know what to play. And I just go, oh, I'll just have a few games in this because it's a tank which I do enjoy. It's got the 390 Alpha for Tier 8 Premium, which is nice. It's a lot more common now to have the tanks of 390 Alpha than it used to be, but it is really good. It's got a fantastic gun, really good velocity in the APCR shells. Only downfall with the standard rounds, it does only have 200 penetration on the APCR and then 250 on the heat rounds. So if you're coming against like Type 5s, etc., E100s, you can have some trouble penning them, unless you get a good situation. So I've come to this sort of side on the Stand River, which is a default side I normally tend to play from this side at the start, and I've spotted a tank crossing, so I've got a nice shot in there damaging I think that might be a Tier 6 Italian medium there, and now I'm just going to have a few blind shots in this position because quite often, there's tanks, sort of camping in the spawn. There's definitely tanks there, so I try and shoot through the bushes and around there at the start, and quite often you do actually pick up a few blind shots. It hasn't worked out so well this time. I've seen where the medium is going. I'm just going to wait to see if he overpokes, because if he overpokes to shoot the tanks down the bottom, I'm going to have a shot just like there, and I managed to take out another tank. This other medium is pushed straight over, so I'm going to go and look to see if I can help out my friendly teammates and get a shot in here. Should have a nice easy pen there on the side. We do. Picking up another pen put me over 1,000 damage and a kill at the start of the game, which is nice. I can now see a King Dragon, looks like it's come into play as well. So I'm going to try and get to a position. I'm not spotted at the moment, so he might not know exactly where I am. I want him to try and overcommit, and then I'm going to get easier shots onto the tank. Go for a shot here. I kind of needed to aim a bit lower there and hit the lower plate. I was never penning there, had to aim a bit better than that. But he's now sort of coming on B. But time he gets around, I'll be on reload. I want to try and track me into place if I can do. I do track in place. I am hold down, and when you hold down in this tank against other tier 8s, the turret actually can be quite nice, and you can bounce a few shells. Backing off there, and we managed to, with the help of our friendly light tank, pick up another kill, putting us onto just shy of 2,000 damage and 200 assistance. Fairly even game, still 12 versus 11. We've won this side, we've cleared up this side of the map, which is good. That opens us up options. It looks like the majority of the enemy team are probably playing the other side of the map or still in the spawn. At this point I've got a few shots. As you see, I've got one into that enemy heavy tank. There is still tanks in the spawn, but one of the first tanks is the Tier 6 tank destroyer gets spotted. At this point I'm waiting to see if there's any shots. I'm eyeing up moving to the ridge in front of me, trying to get hold down on the right hand side, because from that position I'll be able to spot the enemy base, but also be able to try and spot enemy tanks camping in the mid one line on the hill at the back of the map. So that's probably my next go-to position, but I'm just waiting for a bit more information before I move. I'm going to take a few blind shots on these bushes just in case that tank destroyer has moved back to get shots, and you never know, you might pick up a few shots. Haven't done this game, but definitely, we've actually got a few blind shots there more often than not, actually, especially at the start of the game when they're not really expecting it. It's always just worth a gamble, because what you're going to lose really by trying so. So we're moving over. We've got detected probably from the spawn as we made our approach. We know something's there. We're detected, and so our sixth sense has gone off, but we're also targeted. We're just going to lose the spot before we poke again, just to see if we can try and spot anything at the back. Pop our food to try and increase our view range. And we do spot an enemy fun police, because they just fired and obviously lost camo value, and now I managed to hopefully get a shot in, which I do. Trying to pull back to be safe. I blocked a shot there off the Tier 6 tank destroyer, so I need to just be aware. It's awkward because when I poke for shots on the right, I've got to be careful because I am turning my turret and exposing it to potential tanks on the back of the map. But I've lost my spot here, and I'm looking to try and line up a finish on this enemy fun police if I can. Aim for the shot, but it just goes a little bit too low and I don't pick up the kill. which is a shame. Would have been nice to take out the Fun Police, but the Fun Police does get taken out by our friendly Hellcat 105. Tank Destroyer's got spotted now, should have the kill on this tank. I do. Picking up a third kill, putting us on to just shy of 3,000 damage. So a decent start to the game, still 7 enemy tanks remaining. Enemy medium tanks trying to escape. We get one in there before they manage to do so. So that tank's now, it's only a tier 6 medium, likely to be on a one-shot to us. I'm not overly concerned. He's probably moving his way from behind us. But it's only a tier 6 medium. I'm full health. To be honest with you, if he shoots me, he'll probably get detected, and then I can turn and my focus towards him. I don't really want to go chasing him down, just because the majority of the damage is now on the other side of the map, and I don't want to waste time trying to kill the enemy tank. But it looks like he has got detected. I'm hoping he's just going to keep pushing. And if he stays spotted, I should have a cross shot on as he makes the cross. So I'm waiting for that shot at the moment. I'm hoping this is going to keep coming, just reading where he's going to go. I just need him to stay detected as he makes the cross, but then he just gets undetected at the wrong time. I tried to predict where he was, but I don't hit it. That's a shame, because that would have picked up my 4th kill. But like I say, I don't want to go and chase that tank down, just because I know where the rest of the damage is in front of me. I'm taking the opportunity to kill that tank destroyer while I had the chance, picking up my 4th kill and another pen. And now, there's one medium behind us. I can't bother to chase him down. He's probably going to die soon, or he will when he gets to the base. I'm just going to push now, on full health. If I take a shot coming in, so be it. I want to try and spot the rest of the team at the back of the map, try and pick up a bit more assistance or a bit more damage on his own. As we do that, we spot an enemy tank destroyer. He's obviously got a 750 Alpha gun. We get one shot in, he misses. Now what I'm going to do, I'm not going to back up completely. I want to try and line it up so he thinks he can get the ramwise on reload, then pull back because it's a turretless tank destroyer. And now I've got behind him, and obviously he can't kill us at this point. He's got no chance now because obviously it's a turretless TD, and then we're able to pick up the kill. So I didn't want to just keep reversing back as he was coming towards us, because then he probably would have been able to get a shot into us, and I would have lost half my hit points. Only 2 tanks remaining, an enemy light tank and an enemy Progetto Italian heavy tank, which was on a one-shot from memory. Got potential to pick up the Devastator here. Hopefully going to get an opportunity to finish the heavy, which we do, picking yourself up to Top Gun. One enemy light tank remaining. I don't actually know how much hit points they are on at this point. I'm hoping that they've got full hit points and try and pick up a kill, but they've not. They've only got 1 hit point, so I'm just hoping at this point I'm going to get an opportunity. Hoping he's going to rise a little bit higher so I can get the finish, but he gets shut down by our friendly tank before we get the opportunity to. Bringing us then to replay number 1, so let's just see how we got on before we move on. We get 6 kills, 4,500 damage, 600 assistance, so a fairly decent game. Get the ace tank at a high caliber. Shame we didn't get the kill on the artillery or the other medium if we just stayed lit for a little bit long, because we potentially could have had a Radleys, but no, it's still a decent game. That's the end for replay number 1, and one more replay to come. Okay, so here we are for the final replay of the video here on Fisherman's Bay. There's 2 enemy light tanks in the game, 1 enemy Fun Police. We are top tier in this battle as well. It's the encounter battle, so it's going to be pretty difficult for the enemy team or the friendly team to cap out in this battle, given that the cap circle is in the middle of the map. So we don't have to concern ourselves too much about being capped out. So initially we're just going to go to the middle. You see we do get detected there by the light tank at the start. We're just going to see if we can get any cross shots. We actually bounce a shot here of this type. Looking for another shot. We do go through his track. Unfortunately it gets absorbed in his track and we don't pen. And we are now getting targeted by the Fun Police. So we need to try and get out of there so we don't eat some shots off of the skill cannon there. And just trying to wait till we lose a spot and then go back to see if we can get any more cross shots at the start of the game from this position. One thing I didn't actually mention about the Type 59, for a Chinese medium, it actually has 7 degrees of gun depression, which is pretty decent for a Chinese tank, and can make it a lot more enjoyable than obviously playing with like the sort of more traditional Chinese medium tanks with like the 5 degrees of gun depression. Having 7 degrees is is actually quite nice. So we pick up a tiny bit of assistance. We haven't actually got any shots of our own, but we haven't lost any hit points either. So it's not the worst. We're just trying to get a feel for where the enemy team are. But I'm starting to not really enjoy this position. I'm getting out spotted. Fun Police is targeting me. Ultimately, this position just doesn't feel like it's going to work for me too much at the moment. The enemy team are pushing through the town, so I've got kind of a choice of, do I go wait for the enemy team to push out of the town and get shots? But I will be taking fire from the Fun Police if I do so. Do I push into town and try and help them out? Or I can see my friendly team have pushed up down the 1-2 line. So do I try and help my friendly team win this 1-2 line as quickly as possible while the other enemy team are in the town? And that's my plan, because if we can kill the end of the 1-2 line, then that means we can actually get closer to kill the Fun Police. Being that it's encounter, we don't have to worry about being capped out, and then we're going to have a lot more map control if we do so, because we can almost reverse the spawns to the enemy team. So I've gone in here just to try and help out my tank. I didn't really want to get ran by the Panther, if I'm honest. I want to try and get behind him, because I'm going to taking a lot of shots here, definitely using my hit points. And we do manage to take out the Panther, but there's still 2 enemy tanks. We take another shot, putting this on to 400 hit points. We're trying to look for the finish here in this type. He does get taken out. The light tank is just left remaining. We're hoping to try and get a shot into this light tank. It would be quite big if we can take out this light tank here. We do squeeze one in, putting him onto a one shot now at least. So we're only on 400 hit points, so not ideal. We was pretty aggressive there, but we have at least taken a lot more control of this one line. We need to try and win it though. The G-Saw shot at least 2 shots. Now, I don't know if the G-Saw's gone on reload. If the G-Saw's gone on reload, then he is on reload for, it's got a significant 30-second reload. So we may actually be able to kill him in that time. Like I say, I know he shot two shots. He's undetected now, so there's a good chance he may have gone on reload. That's kind of what I'm playing for. I'm trying to push. I'm undetected, so he doesn't know exactly where I'm going to poke here. He can't have gone far. He's probably on the other side of this ridge. So I'm going to try and look to see if we can spot him and get any shots. We do spot him. He's not obviously paying attention to us. We get one shot in. Like I say, he could have shots in and he could kill us, so it does fire very quickly, that tank. So we've got to be careful before we don't just overpoke this ridge right now. But he gets taken out by our friendly tank, which is really good for us, because now we can lose our spot. The Fun Police has been spotted, so I am going to look to see if we can get a shot in. We are starting to go down on tanks, and as you can clearly see from the map, a lot of the majority of the enemy team have all pushed through the town. But at least that does mean if we win this side, I'll wait to go for a blind shot there on the Fun Police. I thought he probably would have moved. I didn't think that was going to hit, if I'm honest, but he hadn't have moved. So I'm going to go for it again just in case, because we'll then pick up the kill, but he obviously has moved there. But like I say, the enemy team have pushed through the town, and we are down on 4 tanks. But at least if we've won this side of the map, we can basically play this side of the ridge now. And if the enemy team push to try and kill our team in A1-2 area, which they're probably going to do, because that's where the rest of the damage is, we should in theory be able to try and get some cross shots on the enemy tanks while they're trying to push for that. And that's what I'm going to play for now. I'm looking to see if we can get any shots. This enemy LTB gets taken out by our Iron Rain, which is good. Another light tank out of the game. We can see this general. We can see he's trying to make the cross to the enemy team, friendly team. So I'm waiting to try and get the finish in there. Aim a tab too high, because there was a little bit of a dip there when he went into the ridge, and we missed that shot. We should have the finish here, but then he gets undetected, so we're not able to pick up the kill. I really want to try and confirm these one shots, because there is like at least 2 1-shots in the game, and we have sort of evened up the numbers a little bit. We're still down on the numbers. If I can take out these 1-shots, take out guns in the game, that's going to be good. We do manage to take out the general there, bringing it back to a 5 versus 6. And actually picking up our first kill of the game, putting us onto 3,000 damage. I'm only on 400 hit points, but there's a lot less tanks left to deal with now. We're now onto a 5 versus 5, thanks to that Iron Rain again. Last known location of the enemy team was coming out of the town, so I was suspecting they are thereabouts somewhere. And now we manage to spot an enemy tank who has crossed over, and we now have easy cross shots on. this tank has okay camo, not the best, but it's okay if we're shooting from this distance behind a bush. We are able to get these shots in undetected, and we do pick up another kill. But then this enemy E25 comes around. He's going to spot us here. We need to get out of the way because he spots us. Now I'm getting targeted by these other tanks. I'm going to try and get one shot into there, putting this enemy medium tank onto a one shot. And now we need to prepare ourselves to see if C25 is going to full send us. It obviously is a turret locked tank. He comes around. We try and get through the drive-through drill. He's now escaping, but he's behind us. We're going to get on reload. We're going to try and hit, if we can, the track wheel. We know he's used his repair kit. So we use the track wheel there. Also, he hadn't used his repair kit, but we managed to track him in place, put him onto one shot now, and we now should have the kill on this E25, which is big. That's a very dangerous tank late game because it's got fabulous camo. Would be able to outspot us from a bush, and it would be quite difficult for me to find out where he is. But so now we've taken out that tank, that has helped us a lot. We're now in a 2 versus 2 situation. We get one into the Tiger 2. I swapped to the heat shells now because just in case he's facing us frontally, again I'm firing from distance. I only have 200 pen on the APCR, so this is just going to help out there. And we get one straight for the turret and do actually high roll, which is nice because we've low rolled a lot this game. But we do high roll, putting onto 400, over 400 damage. And we're now onto 5,600 damage and 3 kills with 2 tanks remaining. This Tiger 2 is in the middle. So we're just going to now, our friendly team's in the cap circle, we're going to try and create another angle. So if they approach the cap to get the resets, we're then going to have side shots in. The other tank remaining is an IS-3. We have no idea how many hit points the tank is on. We don't exactly know where he is. He could be in the A12 area because he could have finished off our friendly tanks over there. Could still be in the town. I really don't know at this point, but what we do know is the Tiger 2's there. We then get intel of this IS-3. We go for the shot. Unfortunately, I had the heat loaded, so I get absorbed in the tracks. But we track him in place, and he's not got a repair kit there, so we now actually have an opportunity to get the kill, and we do pick up the kill, putting this into a 2 versus 1, and I can eat a shot off that Tiger 2 unless I get set on fire. So I'm fairly confident now. I just need to try and get the shot to kill the Tiger, which we do. Finishing the game strongly, picking up another kill for our 5th kill. Let's just get to the scoreboard to see how we did overall. We picked up 5 kills, basically 6,000 damage, 2,200 base XP, 500 assistance. Get the high caliber and the ace tanker. So that is it then for our today's video. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your support, and happy tanking.
Enemy in sight. Hadouken!